Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Psychic Bow of Love, and you can book your own personal and private reading with me on my website, psychicbowoflove.com. And if you book before the end of November 2021, you can use coupon code FREE to get an extra 30% off any reading on the site. And if you are booking after November 2021, you can use coupon code NEW, all in caps, if you are a new customer, to get extra money off at checkout. And both of those codes are good on every appointment on the site, excluding emergency appointments, which are available for those who don't want to wait for an appointment in my schedule to open up. You can book an emergency appointment and speak with me within 24 hours. Also, you can join my Patreon. We have exclusive lives. I do exclusive content over there on a daily basis. The content that is on my Patreon is never uploaded to YouTube. We're completely uncensored. We talk about conspiracy theories, who's a part of the Illuminati, and all of that stuff. And that is also the only place where I accept requests for any celebrity video readings. So if that is your jam, you can also join via the link in the description box below. Also, my Instagram is in there as well. That's the first place I usually post if I do have any kind of specials going on. And also my backup channel, which will be our dedicated live channel once we reach the required 1,000 subscribers that YouTube requires to go live. So this is going to be taking a look at some of the royal stuff going on. If you are new here, make sure that you hit the subscribe button as well as that bell notification, because I do have lots of content coming out and pre-recording. So I'm not sure exactly which day this will go up, but I do have content that will be uploaded every single day throughout the rest of this year. So you don't want to miss out on anything. So there's been rumors for quite a while that Prince Andrew and Fergie were going to get remarried again. And they were just waiting for Prince Philip to pass away so that they could do that, because he apparently, never got over his grudge against her. And so I just wanted to take a look and see about that, if that's true. And then I'll ask, if any of the stuff that's going on right now, obviously in reference to all of his court issues, is preventing that from happening, or if that's going to make it happen. So Spirit, please tell me, what do we need to know? Is Prince Andrew and Fergie going to remarry? Thank you. What do we need to know about these two? Are they romantically back together, and have they been? Thank you. I guess they live together or something. I don't know. The whole thing has always been kind of confusing. It was very different than, the way that Diana and Charles went, obviously, because Andrew and Fergie just kind of stayed cool with each other. Not that Diana, it was just such a different situation with her and Charles. I do have lots of other videos on the royals in the queue as well, so this is not the only one. And also, if you are new here, I'm a psychic. I don't need cards. I just use them on YouTube to make it easier to connect all these people's energy quickly. But my stand broke, so we are making do with an iPad stand for now. So the funny thing is, this underlying energy here is that there is a plan to get married again. However, obviously, and it is confirming that this is the Emperor as in regards to Philip, you know, and Spirit's not trying to be crass here, but they are talking about how they were waiting for a certain person to no longer be in the picture because that person doesn't agree with this, and obviously that would be Prince Philip. So, you know, that Andrew was willing to wait an appropriate amount of time. You know, like, let's wait until it's been a full year after Dad has passed, and then we'll just quietly, you know, go get remarried somewhere. However, because, you know, this is talking about him having to wait to finalize this romantic plan. But obviously, you know, they're still in the middle of this big tower card moment with all of his legal issues going on, and then now the Queen's health is a topic of concern. And so I get this whole having to put that on the back burner because you've got bigger fish to fry now, you know, is the thing. I'm not gonna do a reading on like his whole court case and everything, because listen, some topics are just so freaking sensitive that it's too much to even risk it with YouTube. Because you know, every day there's something else that we're not allowed to talk about, and then we have to use all these code words for and stuff like that, which is why we have Patreon. So maybe I'll do a reading on the case on Patreon, but I'm definitely not going to be able to do it over here just because it's such a, you know, sensitive thing and all of the other stuff that goes involved with it. But I will say this, he is desperately trying to find a way out of, you know, this whole situation, because it's not looking good for him, and it definitely is keeping him up at night, causing him a lot of stress. Andrew has a lot of financial problems outside of what's been going on with any lawsuits or anything else that maybe, you know, is in that whole situation, the other situation. But this is only adding to that, which it is weird because I'm like, how the hell do you come from like the richest family ever? And I mean, your mom owns like half the freaking world. Come on, like Jesus Christ. But, you know, him and Fergie have always been known to have money issues. And this is definitely coming back on him again. I keep getting that there's something about either the palace is telling him, like, hey, you know, if you do end up having to pay this girl, like, it cannot come from any kind of royal funds whatsoever. Your mom can't pay for it. Your brother can't, like, you're going to have to find a way to come up with this money yourself, because we cannot have the crown paying for, you know, whatever you've done. And so he's stressing because he doesn't know how the heck he would even do that. And Fergie ain't got no money of her own. I keep getting that she's still paying back stuff from years back. So they're not good with their financial situation right now. So, you know, the underlying energy though is that they do still plan on making this happen, but right now it's really just not on the table because of everything else that's going on. So let's ask if they will end up getting married. Spirit, will they actually end up getting married? Thank you. Sure, we won't be seeing Harry and Meghan at that wedding if it happens. Although that kind of, I mean, trust me, in the context of the rest of the world, it's not a good thing, but I'm saying it would be a big funny FU to the rest of the family, though, to be like, I'm not coming for any of your stuff, but I'll show up for Andrew and Fergie's second wedding. they're going to. You know what? Honestly, sometime next year, we will find out that they did actually end up going through with it. There's Fergie's gonna be celebrating because that's what she wanted. They're gonna hope that this is also gonna help PR wise to put a more positive spin around the two of them. Expect that we will also see Fergie back out on, you know, the whole, what would you even call that? I guess like talk show circuit, podcast, you know, interview thing. I feel like she's probably going to come out with another book, and we're going to hear about all of the, you know, we worked through things and this is how our love endured and how we fell back in love with each other and realized we were soulmates and it was always you and we were just young kids who made mistakes, you know. So expect that we'll get the Fergie world tour of her, but it's really, of course, because I do get that there will be an end, not in Andrew's favor, to some of the legal stuff and him having to pay up. And so it's more of Fergie trying to get out there and make some of that money that they're going to have to pay out back. So they're going to be selling their story for money. I just have to say this, you know, as much as everybody wants to constantly drag Harry and Meghan for you know, telling their side of things and then possibly getting financially benefit from it, I hope y'all drag Andrew and Fergie the same way, because they're going to be out here. I mean, are we surprised? Fergie's always been talkative, but are we surprised, you know, that they're going to be doing something like that? No, they got a lot of bills to pay, and this is a prime opportunity to make it back. But Spirit's saying, you know, beyond the money thing, they have a real codependency on each other. You know, I do get that there is like a best friendship there. I don't get so much like, you know, romantic love or like passion the way that like Charles and Camilla had for each other, which gross to think about, but they do. Very passionate. But I feel like they're also so used to each other, because it's like, you put up with my weird shit, I put up with yours, nobody else is gonna like do that for me. You know, we're both kind of problematic and wimpy when it comes down to certain things, you know, and it's like they're two peas in a pod, and it's like, who else is gonna like really support you and put up with all your weirdness the way that these two will for each other? So, I mean, good match, I guess. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to take a look at that real quick. I hope everybody is having a good day. Again, if you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button on your way out, as well as that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. I do have other royal videos coming. Also, if you wanted to book your own personal private reading, join my Patreon, follow me on Instagram or the backup channel. That will also be linked in the description box below. And if you are celebrating the holidays and this gets up before then, I hope you are having a good one and that you make some amazing memories. So, bye guys.